Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Blue Devils will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Notre Dame's offense will get the first possession of the game. And we didn't hear much from this impactful receiver last week. Very, very quiet. And Jesse, you know he's itching to make a play.
Yeah, I think it was a variety of reasons, too, why he wasn't that big of a part of the offense last week. Got to give the defense credit, did a great job in coverage. There were some drops, and the quarterback missed him a little bit. I know the quarterback's going to try to get him involved earlier in this football game, so expect play calls going his way, I think, early in this one.
Yeah, he's too good not to be a part of the game plan. Last week was a blip. Like that's not going to happen again. I think this offense knows that. Talking to him this week, they'll find creative ways. They're going to try to do it early. Like, he is their guy. He's the guy they're going to focus on for that big play, that big playmaker out wide that can really turn small plays into big ones.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Convert that 3rd down on the slant. Now everybody sort of settles into the game.
Yeah, you do have nerves. I mean, everybody does. Opening drive that you watched film, and how good are they really?
There he goes. Touchdown by the Irish. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Talk about an offense finding its rhythm early.
It's so nice to find the end zone early, get that confidence going. The defense is showing exactly what you expect them to do. Offense taking advantage. Great start for the offense.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And that was a scintillating way to finish that one, a 44-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Duke's offense will have its first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust.
Snags it on the right. He's loose. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Grab behind the line. It's back. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the deep running out of answers. Now on 1st and goal as they try to answer that opener with a touchdown of their own. From the gun. Lets it fly. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, more points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. They add the extra point to finish the drive. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes with the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They love the little long drive together here as they start from their own 21. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Hunt is on its way. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man.
Intercepted. The defense has set him up. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And how about this defense, man? You talk about providing a spark and some energy. They make the big interception. I think most importantly, Jesse, set their offense up in ridiculous field position.
And that's one thing this defense practices so much throughout the week, right? It's creating turnovers. They are so opportunistic on that side of the football. They've got athletes. They've got dudes that are dangerous once they get the ball in their hands. And you saw it right there on that tremendous return.
Flips it out to the back. Trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Now, what a missed opportunity for this offense. They had a chance.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. And sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's... And he runs it in for a score! Touchdown, Irish!
Well, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone. It's Pena. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. He's dropped on the sack, and now the hill gets even steeper. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finding an escape route. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Blue Devils will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and look for room. He gets a block. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Here come the Irish back on offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got out of trouble and throws. Zings it complete to the right.
And that's why this QB's speed is such an asset. He can use it to his advantage, buy himself time to make a nice throw down the field.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And you know what? The best 3rd down offenses don't get to 3rd down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You can tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard. Got a nice gain, popped one, got a 1st down.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
This guy's been an absolute force in this offense early this season, guys. We're only in the 3rd game. He's already got 3 touchdown catches. Talk about a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease. Coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. First play of the drive wants to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Tyler. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. The early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Start with 2nd down. Back to pass. Caught close to the marker. It's Harris. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Now on 1st down from the 30. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's really worrisome if I'm the head coach, watching my run game suffer the way it has early in this game. That's why you're down by a lot of points right now. The only way you're going to change the scoreboard is if you're able to find a way to start running it. So if you can't do it with your running backs, you got to think about QB runs, jet sweeps. You got to find ways to have balance and be able to get it done on the ground.
The Blue Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
All right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45.
Usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got...
Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback will keep it. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB-designed run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front. Guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
He'll go to the sneak. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no 1st down.
They'll move the wide receiver to the air on 2nd down. They're working that left side. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He wants to throw it again. Takes the easy one to the back. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Guys, how many 1st downs is that? Just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the 3rd quarter.
Makes the grab on the left. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. They'll move the tight end. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Having a playmaker like that can get the offense out of just about any situation.
And no doubt, he can roll right, he can roll left, he can do whatever he wants, buy time and throw the football, but you have to defend everything. You have to defend pass, you have to defend run, and you have to defend plays that aren't even called. So good luck stopping this cat.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. They'll pull in the squib kick inside the 15. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Makes the grab deep. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. To the air on first down. The sure hands, it's Pena. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on second down. It's complete on the right side. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Splits the uprights. Good. That cuts the lead down to 28-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. Not a chance he lets that one go. He's bringing it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here come the Irish back on offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick it through the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision.
The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Moving out of the pocket. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Clock winding towards zero. They'll get one more snap off. Looking to throw on first down. He fires a bullet to the right. And it's picked off right at the goal line. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
And it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in South Bend.
We're just about ready to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession.
Flying down the left side. The 20. Touchdown, Duke. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Oklahoma State is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll be talking about in Stillwater for a long time. They're up by 18 over UMass. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This lead that they've been working with is dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Just going to keep it after the snap. Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Makes the grab. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it. But you still got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. Wants to go up top. They'll run the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Tight end now in motion. Gonna look downfield again. Oh, they're after him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Rides to the back and leaves it on the option. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Got it behind the line. It's Harris. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Shoots it to the left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Blue Devils send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here come the Irish back on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Little touch pass to the receiver. He's run out of bounds at the 23 after the big gainer.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and then just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you can tell they got on the edge quickly and got the big first down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
This time on target. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Irish! A great catch and run for 6. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
And the extra point splits the upright. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Off-play action on first down. Rushes on him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Under fire. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. This defense happy with how that last. They'll decline the penalty. And the Blue Devils need their throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Blue Devils decide to punt it away. Makes the catch at the 30. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Looking to fire. Lost one deep down the right side. And he makes the catch inside the 20. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. No need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. You want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. First down in the final period of this one. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll run play action. Bring in the heat. This one's complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
Reads it, fires complete. Boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, when you get inside the 3, I think your tendency is to run the football, run the football, run the football. The offense, try to change it up a little bit, maybe try to throw it. I don't like it, and obviously it didn't work, but at least you got a few more downs here to try to make up for it.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. Might be changing the route. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Motion from the wideout. The snap sets up the throw. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got him downfield. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
I know a lot of people don't like prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the fourth quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Blue Devils will hustle to the line. Going to swing it on second down. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots, trying to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages according.
Deal off one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Blue Devils line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. And here come the Irish back on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stands.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
Well, it's a simple design there, guys. Just RPO. QB gets it out of his hands quickly, trying to attack the left side there in the flat. They're just not able to come up with it.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That's caught. It's Farrell. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quickly complete. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. Looking downfield on first down. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to throw again. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. From the gun on third down. He can't make the catch. Had it right in his hands, and it'll be fourth down.
And his QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football to the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
He might want another play. On fourth down, going to the air. Still looking, on the move. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on fourth down, and they'll get it back. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Wants to throw on first down. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. So now it's second and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying play action. Here comes the heat. Able to get just a few force sliding to avoid the hit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
And this is always the time in the game when coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time it's 2nd down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
This time it's complete. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Floats it out in space. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And they're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
Snagged out of the air. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Finds the tight end. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. Quarterback stands alone. All wide receivers. There's the pressure. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. He wants to throw it. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up 4th.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got his man downfield. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Got his man on the right. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And the beatdown has ensued. Push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Man, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. One more play to pad the stats. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. Timeout is called with just a single second left. The Blue Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week